Hi, this is Brad Linder from Liliputing, and today we are unboxing a Samsung Go netbook, also known as the Samsung N310, depending on what part of the world you're in. And this netbook is interesting in that it has fairly standard specifications for a netbook, but it has two things that really make it stick apart. One is a rubberized case. Notice I said rubberized, not ruggedized. It's very colorful. It has sort of a rubberized feel around the sides. And second, this netbook has an extended battery option, which is supposed to run for over 10 hours. I'm not sure if I got a version here with the standard or the extended battery. But first, let's take a quick look around the sides. This is, of course, a review unit, so it might not be exactly the same thing as you would get. The box looks like it's already been opened before. But it's a fairly attractive box. Not a lot of information on the box itself. And actually, it looks like that has been sealed, so I'm going to grab my cutter here. Kind of tight. There we go. Oh, and on the box you actually have a picture of the laptop, so you know what's going to be on the inside. First thing at the top, we've got the laptop itself. Looks like the battery is not in there at the moment. Let's go ahead and set that aside for a second and just see what else comes in the case. So we've got another little box in here. That probably opens on this side here. And inside the box we've got software and support DVD, some warranty and manual kind of information. Yep. Power cable. Power brick. And a battery. This particular battery is a 66 watt-hour, 8,850 milliamp. So that is going to be the high-capacity battery, I believe, which means that hopefully I should be able to get around 9, 10, maybe even as much as 11 hours of battery life. But I'll go ahead and put this through the tests shortly so that we can see how it performs. Let's take a closer look at the laptop itself. Make sure that you can see everything here. So as you can tell, it's got a glossy display, but it's not the glossiest thing I've ever seen. There's actually a piece of plastic here, which we can take off. The glass actually goes edge to edge, so that means the glass isn't just on the screen itself, but also goes to the end. It's a nice effect, but it's kind of shiny. I can imagine during outdoor use it's not going to be the most attractive thing. The keyboard is very nice looking. You've got chiclet-style keyboard with fairly large keys here, and you've got room on the bottom for a full set of page up, page down arrow keys that can double also as the volume and brightness controls. Full-size shift key, and there's the shift key is not obstructed by the up arrow or anything else like it is in some others, on some other netbooks, and full set of function keys at the top. Windows key down here. Samsung, as far as I know, hasn't offered any netbooks that come with Linux pre-installed. The touchpad is fairly wide, takes up not quite the whole length of the spacebar. There's a single button underneath it with left and right points. Some status LEDs. Looks like the speakers are right here below the screen. The microphone is right here above the screen, as is the web camera, which is a little bit off-center, which is unusual, but not really that big a deal. The power button is here. And let's take a quick look around the sides of the device. We've got a little rubber plug holding the VGA port, which actually kind of makes sense. I mean, that's gonna, it comes right off and it looks like something that's gonna get lost fairly easily, but I'm imagining that a lot of people who buy netbooks are not actually plugging them into any sort of monitor, so it's nice to keep it covered up and protected. You've got two USB ports on this side. On the other side, we've got another USB port and a pull-out Ethernet cable. Well, the cable's not an Ethernet, but there's another plug protecting this one, but this one's attached. You've got a microphone and headphone. Looks like a Kensington lock port. And on this side you've got the power. And that's pretty much it. On the bottom, nothing really unexpected. You can put the battery in here. Single contact point to remove the battery. The RAM can be accessed through this panel up here. There's no easy access panel for adjusting for replacing or upgrading the hard drive, so it looks like you'll have to disassemble the entire unit to do that. See if we can get the battery in there. And the battery's in place. And let's see if it's charged at all. Let's go ahead and try and boot it up. And while that's booting, grab a couple of other netbooks so I can just show you a quick size comparison. So here it is, the Samsung Go next to Gigabyte T1028X. You see the Gigabyte's a little bit taller. The screen is actually thicker as well, and it's definitely heavier. Here's a slightly smaller, lower profile computer. This is the Lenovo IdeaPad S10 II. Pretty similar in terms of height and width, I would say. The keyboard feels a little bit larger on the Samsung netbook, and that's because it really stretches a little bit closer to the edges of the computer. And that's about it. It looks like it's going to take a little while to set up and configure Windows here. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a try, and I'll have more details for you later. This is Brad Linder from Liliputing.com.